Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to a video. Today we're going to talk about the Joytoy 1/18 scale Blood Angels Death Company Intersectors from Warhammer 40K. Warhammer! I don't know nothing about Warhammer. I'm a fake fan. But I love the look of it. I did some deep diving into the lore and it made me very sad, as you recall from my other Warhammer videos. And Warhammer is a really, really messed up universe that I would never want to be a part of. And I make sure every time that I read something after Warhammer, it has to be like delightful, just in case I get stuck in the isekai and it's just, I don't want it to be Warhammer. I just don't. But yeah, here we are with the Blood Angels Interceptors. And these guys are dope. I actually have 2 sets of these, but I only need 1 set out because, you know, you want an army build. And they're a 4-pack. So it's really dope because you get a nice set of 4 right out the gate to, you know, defend humanity. So let's get started. I got started off with this guy because I was like, you know what? They all come with the same weapons, but they do have different sculpts. So I figured we'd talk about our head sculpts differently. And we talk about how they look. Now, I gotta admit, the Joytoy stuff I like, and I've had it for a while now, but I've been like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do something different. I'm gonna try to do the Joytoy stuff, reviewing wise. Really happy I decided with these guys. They are really, really nice. And also I've been having a real great time shooting Warhammer stuff just in general. It's super brutal. But this guy comes with his unique scope. So each Intersector will have a unique head scope that is not their helmeted scope, which is actually even the helmeted scope has some slight variation. But as you can see here, that rebreather mass face is really nice. Now, as far as our look and articulation, he actually does not come with his backpack on. So let me take that off. And as you can see here, just looks super duper nice. Now, as far as articulation wise, our heads can go left and right with our unmasked head. The same with the masked head. It's just going to be a little bit less wiggle room because those are a little stiff. I advise you heat those up to get those joints out. And as you can see, you can actually pull these joints out to allow movement for the arms to look, just lift up just enough. I wish it went up a little higher, but the shoulder pads have a little bit of wiggle room. And that's because it allows them to reflect on a similar thing like a butterfly joint, but it's not actually. It just pulls out so they can hold it closer. They do, however, how tiny as they are, have bicep swivel. They do have a beautiful double joint that allows them to reach up and over. As you can see, I can rotate around. And then we can actually push back in to make it look really nice with the body. Then we have a very nice torso movement. As you can see, it can reflect backwards and forwards for a nice little ab crunch. Our leg can go forward. It can hit 90 degrees. We are double jointed, even with these big old legs. And we have a beautiful ankle pivot on these 3 1/4 inch and toe pivot as well. So with all of these things combined, you actually have a really nice figure. As far as big and brutal as it is, it can really move. Like, they can get down with the get down. As you can see, he can look up just a little bit, enough for him to have a beautiful movement for his full crouching down position, right? And then if we talk about running, because he can hold his weapon with 2 hands, because of this beautiful ankle pivot, right? He can run technically and hold a weapon faux style. Like, I'm gonna fake holding his weapon right now, just because I don't have the right hands in. But as you can see, he can balance and hold it up. So that's really nice. And all of the Intersectors can do that. As far as weapons and accessories, because we're not gonna do them all, but we're gonna go over the important stuff. But we do get our Intersector Backpacks. And I like that because I don't know if these guys all have jet powers or is ventilation, but if these are jetpacks, they actually make sure their verniers move. I said vernier like this Gundam. But yeah. So as you can see, you can move these and we can plug these right in the backhand side. Right? I have his trigger hand and a sword holding hand on. That is because when you saw the video start, he had his larger rifle right here. And Joytoy did a beautiful job painting these things up. I really think they look really, really nice. And I'm not sure if they can actually like carry this by flipping it around, because as you can see, there's a loophole there. Let me see if I can turn it around, right? And nope, that doesn't even make sense. So I regret doing that. Sorry for wasting your time. But you can take it off though, so that's pretty cool. You don't have to have the latch on. This looks very beautiful. And then we have our chainsaw sword, which honestly, this is probably one of the coolest weapons in existence, chainsaw sword. you can rip and tear through your enemies with this. And like I said, the paint job's really, really nice with the washes on it. Just a great paint. As far as other accessories, all the Interceptors do come with a smaller sidearm pistol. And you can, oh, see, I never tested that before, but you actually can remove the magazine. I was testing that just to test it, and you can actually remove that. So that's pretty dope. So you can actually remove the magazine. Let's actually check on the bigger gun. No, so you can't remove it on the big one, but the smaller one does have removable magazine. That's actually pretty dope. And as you can see, you have your helmeted sculpt. Like I said, the neck joint is slightly different, so you got to be careful because this one doesn't move just as well. And we'll go over that in a second. And then you have your extra sets of hands. And with the hands, you'll actually get a trigger for both sides. You see one there and one here. You will get a regular holding hand. This is, I'm assuming it's supposed to be the fist hand because this one kind of closes up. And then you'll get the larger rifle holding hand for the two-handed rifle. You get another closed fist here. Well, open closed fist. So you get the sword and the gun holding hand. And this guy over here fell. But we're gonna pick him back up. Wonder why he fell. Maybe he wasn't feeling like he was part of it enough. So let's go over him. Actually, let's fix you up, sorry. So we're gonna fix these guys up. And as you can see, this video is a little different from my normal stuff. Because with a 4-pack, it gets a little, you don't want to keep running over the same things over and over. This guy is no different, all the same stuff, right? Same weapon, same thing. But the reason why I can tell the difference is because his sculpt on his head sculpt is different. As you can see, they all get different head sculpts, so you can tell them apart. And I am doing that by using their cards, actually. So that's the card for the first guy that we reviewed, Brother Zohan, who has a name. The text is in, I'm going to say either Cantonese or Mandarin. I'm unsure which one it actually is. But as you can see, they all have names. And right now, we're on the second one. His name is Brother Erasio. So anybody who knows the super deep lore, when I say these names, they will probably, you'll probably know them. This guy right here, if we're gonna look at his sculpt, we have this sculpt here. Looking pretty good. I mean, being bald in the future ain't that bad. Brother Garius. Let me see the front of his card, sorry. I actually like the art on these, this is really nice. Then we have last sculpt on our brother here on the side. He also has a slightly different helmet. So his helmet has that, he also has a different pauldron. So he has the teardrop pauldron and teardrop helmet. His is slightly different, as well as not having this right here on the bottom. So there are slight variations between these guys. And his sculpt looks like this. So we have that biomechanical eye. These sculpts are really nice, especially at 3 1/4 inch. But these guys are a little bit bigger than normal 3 1/4 inch. So we'll get into that in size comparison. And this is Brother Sergeant Samuth. So Brother Sergeant Samuth. He is slightly different, but all the weapons and accessories are the same. On the backhand side, we can actually move stuff like this around, wiggle around for better articulation. But as you can see, these guys are all really dope, and I really, really like them. When we get into the size comparison, this is going to be cool to see what they look like up to the two other types of 1/18 style that I collect, which is other Joytoy stuff, and some of just collect the Halo Master Chief 112. I'm sorry, 1/18 stuff. So I'm doing Joytoy, Halo, and Joytoy Warhammer in 1/18 scale right now. So with that said, let's get to the size comparison. Now on to the size comparison. This one is going to be an easy one, at least, because I don't do that much 1/18 scale stuff. But before I jump into 1/18 scale stuff, I want to show him next to a McFarlane Tyranid, right? And this is a big boy, but I like the big boys up against these guys because if they are giant monsters, these guys fear nothing in the lore. Like they want to serve humanity by just cutting down things in their path. So these guys up against a big Tyranid actually look really cool, the McFarlane scale. So now we saw that. Now we're gonna compare it to a normal Joytoy 1/18 scale, right? And here we are, a normal human-sized person against a ultramarine. You can see, like, it's gigantic. Like, but if you compare him to Master Chief in Halo, Master Chief is still slightly bigger, which is crazy. I didn't see that coming, but I want to kind of do a cool team up with the two, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, pretty simple size comparison. But if you want to do something different, like let's say you want to compare it to a Mosquatch, or you want to like try off different monsters, here we are with a Mosquatch looking super duper gigantic, right? And just in case you just don't know how big these guys are, like the Marines, here is a Reaver McFarlane 7-inch scale, right? Just to show you just how much bigger this guy can get. Let's actually fix that foot. And I was tempted to even review him because I actually like the Reaver a lot. But look how big he is. So, oh, you know what? Bonus. Here's a 1/25th scale Joytoy mech compared to an Ultramarine. And as you can see here, the boy got range. So I like throwing that stuff in there to show you what it's like. It's actually really cool to see all this. But yes, thank you for watching. This has been something different for me. I really enjoyed it. I was very nervous through the whole thing, as usual. I don't like being on camera, even after all these years. I don't even like hearing myself on camera. But thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. I'm trying to do new things that I enjoy. Make it spark joy, right? Thank you always for participating, liking, commenting, all that other good jazz, because that stuff feeds the algorithm, and the algorithm apparently is our Lord and Master. I'm teasing, but really they are, because it's tough to try to make content and then the algorithm will constantly change on you, and then you got to try to work your way around that every time. But I won't lie to you, I gave up long ago, mostly because I like making content fun. I don't want to do having the clickbait article and all other stuff. So instead, I just kind of make what's fun and hope that people watch it. So again, it really does mean a lot that you guys watch this stuff. So thank you very, very much. As always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.